Well, good evening, everyone. Okay, so I'm a pastor, so when I say good evening, I usually like people to respond in some way. So I'm going to try this again. Good evening, everyone. That's fantastic. Welcome, everyone, to Simpson-Hamline United Methodist Church and to the Ambassadors of Peace graduation ceremony for the 2024 inaugural cohort. My name is Reverend Scott Bostick. I'm the pastor of Simpson-Hamline United Methodist Church. And on behalf of our board, which is chaired by Martha Makel, my district superintendent, Reverend Dr. John C. Cogman, and the resident bishop of the United Methodist Church for this area, Bishop Latrell Miller Easterling, I welcome you all here to Simpson-Hamline United Methodist Church. We're grateful for the chance to be a part of this work that has been the 2024 cohort of the Ambassadors of Peace, and to partner with you all and to welcome you all into this space. In the United Methodist Church, peace building is considered an essential task in our work, in communities, and in our ministry throughout the world. Peace building, as we define it, is the process that facilitates the establishment of durable peace to prevent the recurrence of violence by addressing root causes and effects of conflict, reconciliation, institution building, and political as well as economic transformation. That's a whole bunch of words. But peace building ultimately is an essential task that is designed to create durable peace, or a peace that lasts. As a soldier in the Army for 10 years, I deployed to Iraq. I saw a number of my classmates go over there. Some of them didn't come back. All that time, we were working with at least the notion that we were trying to build a more peaceful world. But as we've seen, conflict doesn't create or doesn't sustain a durable peace. As a pastor now, I see on a regular basis, when I'm in the community, when I'm interacting with leaders in our community, when I get to see you all, when I visit schools, about all the ways that we more effectively build peace, which at its heart is built through relationships. So I'm grateful to have had a small part in supporting you all, in being the host church and the host location for this inaugural cohort of the Ambassadors of Peace. I want to say a special thank you to a few people. I want to thank the leaders of your cohort and of this process, the two people who brought me into it, Reverend Judy and Fernando. You all just grabbed me and said, hey, we've got this idea, you want to be a part of it? And I've learned usually when Reverend Judy comes to me and asks if I want to do something, the right answer is just yes. And I'm grateful for that opportunity. I want to say thank you to each of the teachers, some of you who I know and some of you who I'm just meeting today, for your time and energy that you put into this program. I want to say thank you to the families who made it a priority for your young people to be a part of this program. Because without that emphasis and without you prioritizing that, this wouldn't have happened. I know that there are a number of things that are competing for folks' time, and I'm grateful that you all made that a priority. And to the new class of ambassadors, thanks for the work that you're doing. It's not easy. It's countercultural, especially right now in our divisive world, but it's important. One other just housekeeping announcement, if any of you need to use the restroom while you're here, you can, there's a restroom right through the door on my right, your left. If you just go to the back of that room, there's a single stall restroom there. Or if you're in the back, you can go down the stairwell to my left, your right, as you're going back on the left side, go down the stairwell and then follow the signs onto the stage and then into the restroom down there. And I hope to get a chance to meet as many of you as possible afterwards. We'll have some refreshments in the narthex or the little lobby area that you walked through to get in here. And I'm grateful that you all are here. Above all, it's my prayer that as you go through this time, but most importantly, as you go back into the world, that you will build peace in all that you do. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Reverend Scott Bostic. Thank you so much. Your beautiful church, your beautiful congregation for welcoming us here. You're part of the partnership that made history happen here. Anyway, I'm Gabriella Sovelli. I'm with the Art of Living Cities4Peace program, and I wrote a whole speech and I forgot it. So I forgot to bring it. So I know what I'm supposed to say, but it may be a little bit extemporaneous. Please forgive me. So first thing is, do y'all know each other? Some in the front row might, some a little bit, maybe not. Okay, so can we just start by turning to the people around you on all sides and just greet them? Because everybody here is taking the time to come here and celebrate DC youth doing something positive. Make sure y'all meet the people behind you. Is that good? How was that? Was that nice? Yes, it's nice to start with a feeling of community, right? And it starts with us. That's what is at the root of this whole program. The root of this whole program is building peace person by person, and that's the specialty. I'm going to give you a 30-minute summary of the Art of Living Foundation. For 43 years, we've been doing programs in all stratas of society to give people an opportunity to learn how to use your own breath, to use some very special techniques to recognize that your nature is peace and calm. So y'all know that there's an epidemic of aggression and depression right now in our society, right? So because of that, there's a widespread use of what? Drugs. And it's very, very common, and it's very widely accepted. So these youth that we're here to celebrate today have done something. They're the first group of people in the United States to do something very exceptional. Dedicate themselves to showing up week after week to do a program that, number one, through the Art of Living Sky Teens program, shows them how to self-soothe. Self-soothe. Like, they don't need anybody else. They're going to use something they have, their own breath. And it's, they have it hard because they're born with what? This in front of their face. So to say, hey, we're going to put that down and close our eyes and just tune into ourselves, that takes courage. We're here to celebrate that today. And then they did yes, thank you. It's a great crowd. They also did the Department of Behavioral Health Too Good for Drugs program. So that's kind of bucks the narrative that all of us have been shown. It's acceptable, it's good. They've been educated and now know how to educate others about the reality of drugs and how it takes you away from your source, right? It attaches you to something outside of you. So I want to appreciate you all for being here. I want to say this program happened only because of a partnership. There's some people that say DC's doing a lot of good work, but they don't know how to partner with each other. Well, we're here to tell you that is just not so. The Art of Living partnered with, of course, the International Association for Human Values, partnered with the Department of Behavioral Health, which we told you about, partnered with the amazing Reverend Judy Martin and the InnerCity Collaboration, who you'll be hearing from shortly, partnered with the coolest Cure the Streets team. Where are they all? You said you could Cure the Streets team. Cure the Streets people, where are they? Y'all raise your hand. They were just there. Okay, just trust me. They're super cool. Get to know them. Okay, my bad. And, of course, our community teaching team for the Too Good for Drugs, which is Michael Woody, Joel Smith, and of course, the co-lead for that and our community coordinator, Fernando Smith. You'll be hearing from them shortly. And I just want to say, all of our representatives from our executive director, Feliz Odalbis Gadalde, Madhu Kadari, Bhushan Deodore, Chris Smythe-McCauley, the brain team behind it, Marlene Sando, of course, Deepak Sridhar couldn't be here, and my co-stellar teachers, which is Zafar Khan, which I don't know where you, and Abayam Kalub. Raise your hand. All right, I know that was like, it's a big team, right? Because we were here week after week for over 3 months. And these people on the front rows, they had to come week after week, 10, 11, 12 sessions. And we really want you to get a chance to get to know about them and give them support going forward. So really, there's a saying, be the change that you want to see, right? We all know that people stand up plenty in our society to be violent, but now, as our founder says, it's time for peaceful people to stand up and stand for peace. And we're super proud that you all took the time to go through this program. We want to honor you. I think we have like a short video to show. Is that right? It'll be my first time seeing it.
Breathing practice is innovative, but it's also ancient. This has been around. How long have we been breathing? How long have our ancestors been breathing? So this is a self-healing technique.
The neighborhood that I live in, a lot of beefs, as people call it, it be over dumb stuff.
Something I see around my neighborhood or school, not a lot of people are getting along with each other, like they're fighting.
It's a lot of conflict, like on social media, you see people arguing in school, they see them straight fighting. Like out in the real world, like it could be a shooting, or they friends with somebody inside a different gang and they realize and then they dead.
You don't know what's happening. It's like a whirl and like everything's like spinning around. More things keep gathering up and gathering up.
When we come into these communities, we don't necessarily know the things that they've gone through. We do not know the trauma.
Like I get thrown out, like mad.
Some challenges that I face is I don't like, but I get in arguments a lot. If I hadn't done this program, I feel like I'd be in a lot more situations than I regularly get into.
So we're finding that substance abuse is underlying characteristics for the violence that our youth are facing.
Cities4Peace, it's a strategic peace-building initiative of the Art of Living Foundation and the International Association for Human Values. Our work has really been focused on building capacity of individuals and organizations, primarily in the space of violence prevention and community building.
We combine healing with the substance abuse, with the violence prevention. We can bring into a community something different, something innovative.
We've been doing breathing exercises to help us out in the real world for if we get into a conflict or a situation where we're upset. There's a section where it's like too good for drugs. Like they teach you about gun violence, about drugs, talk about your goals. So it's really productive.
I think that's major, just the fact that they looking to do something different, thinking about breath work and meditation. But that's big, to walk away from whatever influences that you're around, friends or whatever, and just get you some quiet time to process. That puts you in a better space to make a better judgment.
My first instinct is react off of my emotions, but this has helped me to like calm down first so I can react like with my mind instead of my emotion.
I would say it's helped me make some great personal decisions and choices, just letting people go that are giving off negative energy.
Just to breathe in, put them in a good mindset. I know how to breathe better, I could say. Yeah, teaching me how to be calm, stay calm.
The straw breathing technique, usually it'll, cool me down.
I could like hold myself, like if I'm in a bad mood, I can just like breathe and then I'll feel better.
This program could benefit people my age because it really like gets a lot of stuff off your mind.
Every decision and choice you make is impactful. So just recognizing and realizing, if I make this decision or choice, is it going to be beneficial towards me?
After the program over, I'm gonna still continue to do this because it actually helped me in my daily life. It's actually a skill.
Because one thing you can't get nothing but good out of meditation. You can't get nothing but good out of breath work. We know it. And so to return to that,
All right, that was the world premiere. And that was a small taste. Now we're going to ask everybody to actually have an experience. And we're going to have some of our youth ambassadors lead a few things. Sierra, do you feel like leading some? Where is she at? Hey, thank you. Do you want to tell them your name?
Hi. My name is Sierra, and today I'm going to guide you on some exercises. So if y'all could stand up. Okay, so first we're going to roll our ankles and roll our wrists. So I can't really do it with my right hand, but we're going to do 5 times to the right and 5 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the opposite direction. Okay, now we're gonna move on to our ankles. We're gonna move on to our ankles. So we're gonna go to the left first 5 times and then the right on both ankles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the opposite way. Okay, and now your opposite foot. Okay, now we're gonna do some breathing exercises. So first, and now we're gonna do head rolls. 5 to the left and 5 to the right. Okay, that's it. Thank you for participating.
Okay, wow. Just take a second. How do you feel? Some people are saying good. Yeah, you probably do feel good. You know how they say pain in the neck? Thank you so much, Sarah. She was ready to lead the whole thing. I think everybody here could. We're just going to have different people lead different sections just today. But in the future, yeah, you could lead the whole thing for sure. So we have a trio here that's going to lead a breathing technique. Do y'all mind? Can you come on up? Would you mind saying your name?
Hi, my name is Akira. Hi, my name is Nyla.
And my name is Azaria.
Okay. You didn't even use the mic.
I don't need that.
Okay. Okay.
You saying the words. You said that.
Okay. So first, you're gonna put your.
Sis, stand up.
I'm here for support.
Sis, stand up.
First you're going to.
Anywhere you want.
Okay. Anyways, first you're gonna put your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your stomach. Okay. And when you breathe in, you're gonna push your stomach outwards. How you do that? And when you breathe out, you push your stomach in. Okay, you do it next.
Two more times.
Okay. Do it.
Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out.
That was so good. Okay, just take a second. How y'all feeling? It's good, no? You got 2 thumbs up. Be louder? Okay. Oh, be loud. Okay, how you feeling? Woo. I forgot to say that also we had some teachers in training that came and participated in the program as volunteers. Kenya Mascara, where are you at? Hey. Sarah Martin, where are you at? Hey. Soon to be our new community teachers. So, y'all, can we do one more? Y'all up for one more? All right. Gentlemen?
How y'all doing? My name Corday.
And my name Roman.
So we're gonna be doing another breathing exercise. It's called straw breaths. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna inhale and you're gonna lean your head back and you're gonna blow out 8 times. And you're gonna do it like 5 times. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. And that's it.
Wow. All right, let's have one more round of applause. I'd like to take a couple minutes here to take a pause and ask Reverend Judy Martin to say a few words and share with people your experience with the collaboration, anything you'd like to share after that, and then you could call up the next guest.
Good evening, everyone. As Gigi has already introduced me, I'm Reverend Judy Shepherd Gore from the InnerCity Collaborative Community Development Corporation. I am peacock proud of the partnership that we have formed with the International Association for Human Values, Cities4Peace, and the Art of Living. This has been a major project that's straight from my heart. They gave a preacher a mic, so I promise you I'm not going to get too wordy, but I care about all things spiritual, right? And I know that we are more spirit beings than we are physical beings. And one of the things that really intrigued me about this project was not only did it give us an opportunity to engage our young people in a very positive project and talk about and tell them that they are too good for drugs and violence and mean it, right? And then show them a way that they can further cope and learn how to calm themselves down and get in touch with who they really are. The shell is just the physical presentation that everyone sees, but inside of you is what you really are, and that's where peace begins. Peace is an inside job, and I'm just so proud to be a part of this partnership and what we're going to do. I hope to make this a national movement all over the world even, but we're going to start right here at home because I believe that peace begins at home. I thank Deepak and Marlene and Gigi and all of the people from the Art of Living that trusted us with this partnership, invited us to the table. I can't say enough about my comrade, Pastor Bostic, who allowed us to use his space because as the cohort grew, we needed a bigger space where we could spread the young people out and they could breathe and do their exercises and get to know each other and eat, because part of their daily weekly visits was also food and eating in a positive, setting, sitting down and enjoying the fellowship of being with one another. That's something that we call in my world koinonia, which means a lot when we can come together and connect in a real way by spirit. And I thank God for just that opportunity, and to see our young people here really, really makes me proud. I thank God for my Cure the Street team, who I gave an assignment. I said, you need to find me all of the young people that we want to actively engage and participate in a very worthwhile project. They scoured the city and looked not too far from themselves, because some of them are their very own children. So we just thank you, thank everyone, thank all the parents who loaned us your children week after week, and we are here to celebrate you and them, and thank you, and we look forward to seeing you in the next cohort and the next go round, because we will be back.
Reverend Judy is a real heavy hitter and a heart as big as this place. So grateful. She's so busy, everybody. She's so busy. For her to take the time for this partnership has just been a big blessing. So I'd just like to invite up Fernando Smith. He's been amazing to work with. He is a wonderful representative of all sides. And I would ask you to say a few words.
First, I'd just like to welcome everyone to the space. When we come into a space like this here, it's not by accident. We all here because we're supposed to be here. And just like I spoke to all of the youth and all of the kids here, y'all met with me on several times. I always told y'all that y'all where y'all exactly supposed to be, and that how y'all can galvanize from where y'all at to be able to where y'all want to be. And one of the things that we taught y'all over and over and over again is goal setting, and the purpose of the goals, and how you can be positive role models to not only yourselves, but how all of the different things that surround you are affecting you, and how you can remove yourself from those things. And I'd just like to congratulate y'all, because this is a big thing. Y'all don't realize that. Y'all took something that's so basic, that's all across the world, that everybody got in common, and that's just breath. We took something like from breath, and we brought different neighborhoods together. Different people from different crews, different people from different neighborhoods, people that didn't even know each other, and now they know each other, they love each other, they interacting with each other, they play games with each other. These are the things that's missing from our youth. We speak about how do we solve gun violence. We speak about how do we solve gun violence. How do we solve gun violence? We solve gun violence by the spread of love, by looking at the commodities that we have. We all breathe. We all can take from the essence of the breath that we have and utilize that to move forward. And I just like to thank y'all, man, over and over and over again, man, because y'all had to hear from me on a weekly basis. And that was and to me that was a good thing. I told y'all we was forming a contract, that I'm forming a contract to be there for you all, and you all forming a contract, man, to listen and to go through and hear what I got to say, to just give me the benefit of the doubt. And y'all here, y'all made it to the finish line, so y'all evidently gave me the benefit of the doubt, and I'm hoping that y'all was able to carry this and will be able to carry this, man, to the future. And we spoke about the collaborative effect of this. This is not something that was brought on by one mind, one person, one organization. One of the aspects of this particular grant was it had to be innovative. It had to be innovative. And I think we solved that innovative part because we took something that's ancient, breath, and we took it down to regular basic integrity decision making, and we were able to incorporate those two programs together, man, so that we can create ambassadors. And that's what you all are. Y'all are future leaders, and I don't want y'all to forget that. Y'all are the future leaders, and we depending on y'all to take what you learned from here and to spread it out. And I couldn't have done this, man, without two of my men, man. I'd like to bring them up, man, Michael Woody, man, and Joel Smith, man. If y'all can come on up. These two men symbolize the aspect of having community. And that's the whole point with these programs. You have to be able to speak the language that our youth come from. We have to be able to understand them on every rationale that they come from to be able to do that. And if we can do that, we can bridge the gap. There is no Ward 8, Ward 7, Ward 6, Ward 5, Ward 1. It's all one Washington, D.C. And here we stand today as one Washington, D.C., each from 3 different sides of the city that have come together so that we can celebrate your achievement.
Good evening. I want to first thank everyone for being here in support of these young peace ambassadors, to acknowledge, to recognize, and to celebrate what they've done, right, by being receptive and allowing themselves to be introduced to something new, right? And you heard the word, was a team approach, and each one of us in different capacities help to make a team to create this space inside this space where they can be receptive and comfortable enough to accept something, right? We talked a lot about, goals and standards and values and why those are important, right? And so my reminder to each and every one of you all who stood firm and continued until you finished, until we got to this day, because remember the first day, one of the first thing we begin to unpack was the end result was the graduation, right? That was the initial goal, complete what you start. And so my advice to you all as y'all move forward in life, know that, as we talked about often, that goals orientate you in time and space. It gives you purpose, it gives you meaning, right? And before your feet touch the floor and before you hop out the bed, you pretty much know that, okay, if depending on your goal, depending on how much time that you got to invest to get one step closer to that goal, and in some cases you may have to acquire that's what's required, is to acquire new information to get to a goal, to complete a goal. But remember, your goal is your North Star, right? It illuminates and brightens your day even when it's cloudy outside, because now you know you have purpose, you have a reason. So I just wanted to, leave y'all with those words and keep on setting those goals, because as we know, the human being is like a bicycle, and in order to maintain poise and equilibrium, we have to continuously move forward towards some goal, right? And the last thing I'll say, because I know we got to get Swelly up here to say some words, be persistent, right? To get one step closer to your goal, be persistent. And so I'll leave you with this quote, right? There may be no heroic connotation to the word persistent other than the quality is to the character of the human being, what carbon is the steel, right? I'm gonna repeat that. There may be no heroic connotation to the word persistent other than the quality is to the character of the human being, what carbon is the steel.
Man, I wish I had something as slick to say as what he just said, but I ain't got it. I just, man, want to say thank you, to the youth, man, because if y'all see me in the community doing anything else besides this, I'm only doing it because I gotta do it, right? So if you catch me doing some type of electrical, construction, personal training, anything else that you see me doing outside of this right here, I don't care about it. So don't hire me to be your electrician, right? Don't hire me to be your mechanic. Don't hire me to be your gardener. Don't hire me to do anything else except being a subject matter expert about kids that come from the same scenarios that I came from and the backgrounds that I came. That's all I care about. Like, so if you catch me out there, I might be, doing Instacart. I don't care about it. I care about this. You might catch me on the construction site because I got to do a lot of things, man. DC expensive, man. Chicken got to go in the pot. But this what I care about. These kids, every time I came in there, I don't care how tired I was, how hot I was, every time I seen them, I was happy, man. I'm happy to see y'all now. You know what I mean? Y'all look sweet, man. First week of school, everybody got their hair done. Y'all looking like that. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, I'm talking about you. You look sweet. What's up? Yeah. But I just appreciate the opportunity, man, to do something that I care about. Everybody don't get that opportunity to do something they actually care about every single day, right? They forced to do something that means nothing to them. And I feel sorry for them people. That ain't my story, man. I love y'all.
Oh, boy. Thank you. All-star cast. So we're going to take before we do the certificates, we wanted to invite the DC youth that went through this program to come up and share a few words of their experience. Now, this is unscripted, and it's voluntary. So they've shared with us, and some of it was caught on film, but just here in this setting with all of you present, it'd be nice if a few people would like to say a few words. Do we have a volunteer? You got voluntold? And Tori? And then, actually, the two of y'all come on up. You just say them.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Tori Reeves. So a little disclaimer, I did start this a little late and I wasn't as early to this as other people, but I will say that before this, I don't really relax like they've taught me to. I don't take moments to close my eyes and breathe. It just feels a little awkward for me at the start, and I'm still in the process of getting comfortable with this breathing technique and these breathing techniques, but I do know that everything that they've been teaching us throughout these days that I have been here has been something impactful, and I feel like it can either come as a reminder to somebody or something that somebody else needs to hear, and it can sound cliche, and it can sound like, oh, well, I don't need to listen to this because I already know this. It's like going to orientation. Sometimes you feel like you don't need to go through it because you already know everything that they're going to say, but it's always an important reminder to remind yourself that you are too good for drugs. You are too good to be out in the streets and do negative things that negatively impact you and negatively impact another person, another human being, which impacts their lives. And I feel like these fundamental reminders, these fundamental core things that we set for ourselves need to be reminded over and over and over again, because if they're not, then we start to forget, and those negative traditions get passed down through the generations, through not kids. They start as kids and then they grow up to become adults, and then that's how the cycle of violence continues and the cycle of drug addiction and drug abuse continues. So I feel like all of these reminders are important, and even though they feel cliche, they're something that you need to continue and carry on with you throughout your life, and you need to have this peace, because if you don't have that, then like I've stated, you're just going to continue being violent and addicted to all negatively things that impact you and other human beings. So I do thank you, everybody, for teaching me these skills that I can use later on.
Now, I personally feel like Tori had that planned in her head for a hot minute, because I ain't have nothing scripted for this, but okay. I did not come as late as Tori did, but I did come not as early as others might have. I've seen people come to this program, do it for the 2 days, and then leave, and they didn't really get the chance to experience it the way I know a few people in this room have. I've personally, since I've started my first freshman year of high school, people have gotten on my nerves, a lot of my nerves. And I've learned that to take a minute whenever I'm doing my work, breathe, think about it, and think, are they really worth it? And they're not. Because some people don't know how to control themselves. Some people don't know how to really think about how their actions impact others. And I know that now that I'm in this program, I have the ability to breathe and think and to learn how this will impact me and how this will impact the people I'm talking to. I've learned that sometimes in life, not everything will go your way, but taking a minute to just sit down, breathe, and relax will help you do many things. Yeah, no, that's all I got.
Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, right? When I first got to this program, I only came because somebody signed me up and apparently I need help with my social skills. Oh, and apparently they was paying, so so I showed up. I wasn't really here to make friends. I just came to get my little and then go ahead about my day. I was most definitely late almost every day, but the point is I came and I completed everything that I need to complete. Like those breathing exercises, I don't do that. I don't do all that meditation because it's really just not me. But the other day, my brothers, they tried me, and instead of throwing this here phone across the house, I took a deep breath and slammed my door in his face. Now, I know that's not the perfect resolution y'all were looking for, but it's better than violence. And that deep breath most definitely did help. And when I was doing the deep breaths, like in the program, it made me feel a little dizzy, but like a calm dizzy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but being though I don't do the breathing thing, it really does help. Like, coming from me, y'all, it helped. But that's all I had to say. Thank you.
So, I started the breathing exercise when was the first time we started? At the beginning, in April. Yeah. From the beginning, I really didn't like it because I never really gave it a try. But one day after school, we had a session. I came in with a bad headache, and Fernando, he had asked me was I okay, and I had told him I had a headache. That day, I really felt like I was overwhelmed. And the meditation helps just relax your body, your mind from stressful days. And if you really give it a try, it will help you a lot. It's not about the money, it's about getting to know yourself better and just relaxing your body and your mind. It's very helpful.
he kept it real sweet. He kept it real simple. He came in not only with a headache, but let me tell you how great this young man was. He came in with a headache because of some incident that had occurred. And I was able to sit down and discuss with him and talk with him about try the breathing out. He had just learned to breathe in that first day, second day, the second day. And I took him into a room and I said, look, we're going to sit in this private space right here. And we went into the project manager's room. And this young man sat down in that room and I got called out. So because I'm busy putting out fires. So in the middle of me trying to calm him down, get him going and register the people coming in, I get up and I leave. And I had literally forgot all about it because so much was going on. When I came back into that room and I looked into the room and it was closed off, he was sitting there in the most calmest state, meditating all on his own. And he stayed there for 10 to 15 minutes. And the difference of what happened from when he went in to when he came out, all on his own, all by his own free will, that is the point of this program.
Wow. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, or moments. Chris Smythe Macaulay is another really, really busy person in the art of living. He's also a leader in Ward 4, and he's here to help present the certificates. Marlene, do you want to come up and help? Marlene, Fernando. So what's going to happen is we're going to call people one by one and invite you to come up and get your certificate for completing this program. We're so proud of you all. Chris, you ready?
Yes,
Okay.
Thank you, Gabriella. Good evening, everyone. So I ask that up front you forgive me if I mispronounce your name. I've tried to get him. It's my first time meeting some of you, most of you, all of you. And I've tried to ask how to pronounce your names properly, but forgive me. You can correct me if I get it wrong, but I'm human, and please excuse me if I do. Okay, are we ready? All right. Sky Elaney. Corday Ballard. Kaylee Ballard. Kaylee Ballard. Roman Ballard. Sierra Ballard. Kalani Brown. Eliana Croma. Okay. William Chroma. Is that? William, you're right back. Mygia Davis. Liza Gazaway. Liza. Yes. Okay. Maurice Gasaway. Zaire Gazaway. Okay. Giovanni Gordon. Nyla Gray. Kadir Hale Storks. Kadir. No, Kadir. Okay. Felicia Harris. Falasia. Okay, I'm sorry. Falasia Harris. Jerome Jackson. Jerron Jackson. Amir Marable. Deja McMillan. Jamari Mitchell. Azaria Nolan. Conrad Pate. Desmond Payne. No, Desmond Payne. Okay, Devon Payne. Was Devon Payne. That's there was Desmond and then Devon. But Desmond. Akira Rains. Tori Reeves. Lavelle Simpson. Megan Thomas. Naima Thomas. Chauncey White. Congratulations. Let's give everyone a round of applause to all the graduates. Okay, good. You can stand next to me now.
Thanks everybody again for coming. There's food and some beverages, some light snacks for y'all in the lobby or the narthex as you're heading on your way out. Please take a minute. There's also a photo booth area if you want to take some pictures together. But thanks again for coming, and have a wonderful evening.